morning chats. See if the algorithm loves us today. Feel free to ask any questions. Oh, what is going on here? Below average Utah dad doing his overnight gun talk. Yeah, I got to do something like that. I'm sure somebody would get pissed off though, because it's the style of it, but it helps with the view hours, watch hours, whatever. Okay, let's go check this out on ours. Let's see what happened here. I got to send a few slides out today. We're sending one out to New Hampshire. We're sending one out to Florida. Dealing with some Facebook BS. But yeah, we'll give this one a go. Might pop on Instagram later. Oh man, that's looking good from FE Ordnance. He's got a new gun. Got a new Ruger 22. Alright, let's help him out there with a little pose. Hey, good morning. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing, where we turn bars of steel into gun slides. We're going to test out those optics, hopefully, maybe this weekend, if not next weekend. We have fired the Wolf X Pro before, put 200 rounds through it, it's running great, but I want to take it out to the desert and like really put it through its paces, you know? Do some drop tests, throw it on some rocks, see what the heat does to it, you know? Get some sand on that son of a bitch and see how well it does. And of course, we'll be trying our new Ecto Lube here from Ghost Dad Tactical. It smells good, so there's that. It smells like green apples. I've never had a lube smell like apples before. Usually, what I've had is like Hoppy's 9 or CLP with the Army. I think we'll forego the coffee for a second and drink some water. It is a desert. We should all be drinking water. Heck, you should all be drinking some water. How are you going to move and groove if you are dehydrated? Okay, yep, confirm. These are getting shipped out today to New Hampshire and Florida. Getting some new gun slides. Alright, we got those stamped. Alright. Let's get this one here. If you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, thank you for the like. Much appreciated. Do our little morning chats before I go off to work, go off to the shop, get stuff mailed out. There we are. There's the tape. Most of the shipping we do at the shop, but I keep a few things here at the house to, you know, if somebody orders something, like a parts kit, or, you know, maybe I have a couple slides at the house to, if someone purchases that color, I can just mail it off. Though the majority of our slides are made to order, because we've got to mill down a bar of steel, something like this, big old 17/4 stainless steel bar. And then we mill that down into the slide, then we clean it, sand it, Cerakote it, QC it, box it, and ship it. Okay, yep, here we are. Florida, all right. Fold, you little bastard. Fold. We're also hanging out with a group of various other gun content creators, you know, such as FV Ordnance, Magazine Magic, Poppy the Gun Guy, Flying Rich Firearms, DLD After Dark, John Crump News, Chanson, Dust Cover Actual. I'm forgetting some people right now. I'm feeling really bad about it. Below Average Utah Dad, J-Dog, Theo's Guns, The Reaper, Got Gamage, Jack of All Trades, Bullseye Ben, Melly 556 NATO, Rando Wayne. Actually, Rando Wayne's getting another one of our slides. So's Flying Rich, so's Red Dawn Readiness. And I believe we're going to send out a slide to Ghost. He does gun reviews. That's Ghost with an X instead of an O and 2 T's. RTT Guns and Gear, he reviewed one of our slides a little while back. Also a veteran. Actually, a few of those guys are veterans. Bullseye Ben, Dust Cover Actual. Let's see. Poppy the Gun Guy's veteran. I think Magazine Magic might be as well. I'd have to ask him again. Yeah, quite a few of us veterans. Not all of us. Some of us are just civilian firearms enthusiasts with a lot of skill and a lot of experience. Or just a avid fascination. And we don't, as I showed you earlier with the bar, we don't mill out of blanks. We mill out of an entire bar. We do all the Cerakote work in-house. And we don't use 416 stainless steel like a lot of companies do. We use 17-4. It's harder. It's more corrosion resistant. It is a little more difficult to work with, but creates a good product. Definitely like it. And then, of course, all of ours come with an RMR cover plate. Oh, getting some lag there. There we are. But yeah, we decided that a while back. We're not going to use plastic cover plates. So we've seen them break, we've seen them crack, either while shooting or, you know, just cranking down the screw a little too hard. And aluminum is the way to go. We do have some new stuff coming in the next month or so that I wish I was allowed to talk about, but I got outvoted, so I can't talk about it. I can tell you one is a new design, a new style that we're working on. Kind of like the Lightning, which we get those stencils Penguin. But it'll be a new style, kind of like that. Well, I can't say like that. It's different. EDC, what's going on? And the other one is completely new, and I can't even say anything about it. I'm sending off a slide to Florida today, as well as New Hampshire. Got a couple of customers. Hope they like it. Make sure everybody's drinking that water. It's freaking hot today. Even if you're at some northern east state, it's hot today. You can't move and groove if you're dehydrated. How are you going to react to contact if you are a dehydrated maggot? Drink that water. Drink water. Maybe while I'm packaging this stuff up, knock out like, 10 push-ups. Take care of you. Drink your Ovaltine. If you get that joke, congratulations, you're old. Oh, there we go. We had some people tell us we should do like some ASMR type stuff with our shipping. We could, but as soon as people order it, if we're not immediately milling it, we try to ship it out as quick as possible. And the shop's too busy to do like a proper ASMR type atmosphere. And the ones I'm doing, it's never enough for like a good video. It'd be way too short. Cut off the excess. Slap a Fragile sticker on it. And there we go, ready for Florida. Actually, I've got quite a few going out, or that have gone out. But let's see. We're sending off a collab slide to Oklahoma. We are sending out another collab slide to Maine. Another one to Florida. Yes, and then we have the guy who stole from us. Oh, here we are. And we have one going out to Pennsylvania. That's right. And I think we had one that went out to Georgia. Okay, I'm starting not to trust any account that uses this emoji. Oh, I see. That's what it is. Just seems like every time we have an issue, it's someone with that emoji in their name. Ah, well. You're going to have problems. As a business, you are going to have scumbags, losers, degenerates. You know, people whose mothers didn't love them enough, their fathers didn't care to spank them. But that's not most of your customers. Most of your customers are decent people, and unfortunately, sometimes you just have to take losses with the degens. The thing about the degens, though, is you just end up blocking their address, numbers, various, accounts, and if they're collaborators, you just blacklist them. Yep, they will never get another. They'll never get another product from you. They'll never get communication, and then if you have your contacts or start doing collaborations with them, you just warn them, hey, this is what happened to us. Don't deal with them. They're shady scum. Word will spread. Word will definitely spread when people start screwing businesses over, start screwing content creators over. I'm sure they'll have their following, but their following is mostly people who aren't paying attention, who are also degens like them. But yeah, if you guys get a chance, go check out All Glock Clones Welcome on Facebook. Good group. Check out some of those other content creators we were talking about. Good guys. Maybe you want to try out some new, and I cannot stress this enough, do not drink it. Do not taste it. Do not eat it. It smells good. It is not food safe. Keep it away from your kids and your animals. But I'm very interested to try this on one of our guns. It smells like green apples. A Sharp Spoon, what's going on? Third water, third coffee, third gun. What you getting, man? Speaking of which, I need to contact our new FFL because I'm planning on buying 3 new frames today. Oh, right on, Echo Lube. How is it? I haven't taken it to the range yet. I just know it smells good. I'm planning on taking it to the range sometime soon. I will have to make a phone call. I'm going to pick up. They have a 3-pack PSA dagger frames on sale for 150 hamburgers. And so I'm going to go check these out because they're going to be good for the micro, the compact, and the full size. And that'll be good for the Glock 43, 19, and 17. It's your new coffee substitute. Now, I know there's always going to be people who, crap on PSA slides or frames and whatnot, but honestly, it's a good start for a good price for people who are new to building, and we use them for testing. And, you know, we use them alongside Glock OEM, SCT Manufacturing, Polymer 80, because we still have a few around. And we are probably going to add, at some point, grit grips to the line, and maybe Geisler, though our customers have already tested it, so we know it works well with those. Oh, we're not in Florida. We're in Arizona. We did start our business in Florida. Arizona is our home state, and so we temporarily moved to Florida to start the business, uh, learn how to do everything, and then we moved everything back to Arizona and set up shop here. Since then, we have knocked down walls and expanded the business, or expanded the shop we're in about 3 times. Now we're kind of looking at a new building and just getting into a whole new building entirely. Oh man, and this is going to be our fourth. If we do that, this is going to be our fourth paint booth that we have built. Each time we rebuild it, we do it better. Oh, thank you very much. We're getting, as we get into the fall season, sales are going to spike up too. Right now, we're making, you know, a couple hundred slides a week, easy, but we are about to hit fall where all the gun sales start to skyrocket between fall and spring. It's summer where everything takes a downturn. And we've been doing this for a little over 2.5 years now. Yeah, so we're going to hit year 3 this coming January, and we're going to be attending SHOT Show 2026 if all goes right. We did do SHOT Show this year back in January with MMC Armory. For those of you not familiar, SHOT Show is a gun convention where manufacturers and businesses, distributors, vendors, whatever, they all show up to kind of showcase their product. They have military reps there, law enforcement reps, various business reps, a lot of big names. You know, Glock and Smith and Wesson and Ruger are all there. To small names just like us. Oh, let's go start another coffee. There we are. Yeah, feel free to, you know, like and sub, and you can get up to date on some of our stuff. Check out our shorts and our long videos. You can see our machines running. You can see some of our Cerakote process. We do it all in-house. And, you know, we mill down these steel bars. We don't do blanks. We don't buy blanks from another company and do the after work, do the finish work. We do it start to finish. And the Optics cut is Trijicon RMR flat, and we have aluminum RMR covers. We don't do plastic covers. If you see a Stiffler slide with a plastic cover, it's because someone stole the aluminum cover, and they're ripping you off. You know, all Stiffler slides come with aluminum covers, so no plastic. And we've seen that happen. We saw actually a while back, about a year and a half ago, someone had some of our slides and they were reselling them, but they had taken off the RMR cover plates and they'd replaced them with cheap plastic ones. Which actually, I probably just dropped the link for our stuff. But you can find all of our slides here as well as our various social media. Let's see, Stiffler Manufacturing, stores, and social media. Boom. There you go. And there's other people who sell some of our stuff too. Like you can find some of our slides through Delta Team Tactical. There's a small eBay seller called RB Tactical Market that sells our slides along with various collectibles. So he sells things like, you know, Funko Pops and militaria, like uniforms and patches and collectible things, but also sells some gun stuff like slides. And my understanding is he's planning on getting parts kits and barrels and stuff eventually. We also sell to some local gun stores in Arizona, the Hub in Tucson, Mesa, and Lakeside, Serious Arms in Prescott. MMC Armory has our stuff. I think Davidson Defense has our stuff. Who else? Some various gun shops that I'm sure distributors have sold to. Though, of course, early on, some of our stuff was white labeled, so some people probably have our slides and just don't know it. Kind of like an Anderson thing. Woohoo. There we go. Focus that up a little bit. And our prices are pretty decent. I think so anyway. You know, we've got a range of 145 to, what was that one down there? 270? 270, 280? It just depends on whether or not if it's stripped or complete, or what color it is, or what model it is. You know? Oop. We're always looking for small businesses to sell to as well. You know, like, yeah, we do have a good, you know, size distributor, but having a small one helps. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket, you know. Maybe they only need 5, maybe they only need 12. We had one recently, they bought 38. So it's not like a huge order, you know, like where they're ordering 200 slides, 500 slides, but everything helps. Oh, let's see. Let's take a look at Delta today. How much are they selling stuff for? Oh. That's, not sure how they're making money on that. Oh, because it's a blem. I see. It's a blem. That makes sense. All right. And we do have some blem slides because, you know, accidents do happen. My favorite / worst accident that I'm disappointed and also just kind of laugh at now is the cart wheel on one of our carts broke, and it was carrying 100 slides at the time, and the thing tipped over and a bunch of the slides landed on the ground, and they had already been completely QC'd, they're fully painted, ready to go. And so I think like over half of them were blemed out. Because it was just like, all right, well, we could take the time and effort to sand them down and recoat them. But instead, we ended up selling them as blems because it saved time. We also do barrels now. We procure our barrels through ELD Performance. So we have standard barrels, ported and threaded. Unfortunately, you will not see the threaded barrels on our eBay page because eBay does not allow you to sell threaded barrels. But you can find them on our website. How many can we make a day? Huh. Let me think about that for a second. Let's see. That machine runs that. I don't know. Probably about 50 or so. If everything goes right, there's no tool breaking, which I say that cautiously because tools break all the time. Probably about 50 or so a day, maybe more. That's why we have a night shift too. Got guys going in at night, checking on the tools, checking on the machines. Oh yeah, we got one giant long like bench table that goes from like the start of the shop to the end of the shop, and it's one giant production line. So like slides come out of the machine, they go and get cleaned. They go and get sanded, deburred. They get deburred, clean, sanded. Then they go off to painting. Yeah, we use CAD. Oh, hey, Hez, how's it going? No, we don't make anything for the Glock 20 yet, but I'd kind of like to. Because right now we're just in 9mm with the Glock 19, the Glock 17. We're going to be making a Glock 43 at some point. But I would like to make like the 20 and the 21. I kind of want to get into 45 and 10mm. I just can't say when we'll be doing that because I'm not sure. But I know the next model that we do after we finish our 17 line is going to be the 43. And let's see, do I have... Oh, here we go. Yeah, so like here's an example of one of our boxes. So yeah, we have the 19, the 17. We already added the 43. Strip slides, complete slides, our models, and a whole list of all the colors. Oh, we just got a 3D printer. I'm going to have to go play around with that some more. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Plus we're doing all of our slides, absolutely all of them, with Trijicon RMR flat optic cuts. So all of our slides come optic ready. You're not going to have to get them milled out later to get your optic. They're already ready to go. And like these optics back here fit on those. Along with Gideon Optics Omega, Holosun 507C, various optics in that size group. Good morning, message redacted. Doing some Secret Squirrel Ninja stuff over there, brah? I'm playing around. Ooh, my coffee's ready. Coffee. I'm old school on my coffee. I either drink it black or I just add a dash of sugar and milk. Half empty. Hey, so I mean, if you guys are interested in frames, check these out. I'm gonna pick some of these up. So, PSA is doing a deal on their little dagger frames. I want to pick all these up. Micro, compact, and full size. This will be good for testing in the shop. Hey, thanks, says. Greatly appreciate it. If you want to stay up to date on our stuff, feel free to sub and go check out our Facebook and Instagram. It's usually where we're posting all of our most up-to-date info. But thanks for checking us out today. Man, I can't wait till I can talk about that. That is going to be fun. What you got, half empty? Blasphemy. Coffee kept me alive in the army. That is just some blasphemy. Oh, God. Kinda. What's a good explanation for that? Kinda, but also not kinda. It's just, you can do different stuff with it. Where is... Oh, here we go. Because you still need it to maintain a certain size so that it fits the frame properly, and so it has a certain amount of weight. Because if you make it too light, it doesn't cycle properly. So, for example, let's take this Viper here. Okay, we'll weigh this Viper on the scale. Viper comes in at 9.5 ounces. Okay, now we will weigh the Zoom slide. Comes in at 10 ounces. So by cutting those windows in it, we lost half an ounce. So if we make it too thin, it's going to create potentially cycling issues. Here we have our Leonidas. It comes in at 9 ounces, 9.1. And the upside to the steel being stronger is that we can do crazy aggressive stuff like this without it breaking. So if you take a look at, like, say, a rock slide, for example, where they have all those crazy cuts in some of them, why do they keep cracking and breaking? It's because they're not using quality enough steel. Especially in the breech wall, right? We can cut stuff there because we're using 17.4. So same thing with the Viper. This is just like, obviously it's design and aesthetics, but it's also kind of an ego thing. We can do that because of the style or the quality of steel we're using. Some other slides out there, other companies, if they had done this to their slide, it would break or eventually crack right there. So using 17.4 stainless steel gives us options. So if we had gone down to 416 or lesser, I don't even know what rock slide uses, but if we were using that stuff, we could not do cuts like this. And definite weight, like people might ask, hey, why isn't there a titanium slide? I know a company, they're now out of business, but I know a company that made a titanium slide. It did not cycle. It was so light. It just did not cycle well at all. And they even tried adding, like, a tungsten guide rod to it. They tried to put like a heavy optic on the back end to compensate. It wasn't enough weight. Just it did not cycle it well at all. So there is a balance between how much weight. This is where, I don't know if you're watching FV Ordnance at all, where they want us to try and consider doing a high point slide. So high point is made out of some kind of pot metal. Zamek 3. It's a zinc alloy pot metal. Yes, it's incredible. It's way harder to work with than the 17.4. Way harder. So it is made out of zinc, aluminum, magnesium, and copper. It's a cost-effective material, but it limits what they can do. And when they were talking with High Point about it, they can't do porting with the High Point slides because they need to keep their weight to keep it cycling properly, and because of the style of metal, it might not support porting. But if we were to make a High Point slide out of 17.4 steel, and we were to do the porting, it would keep the weight sufficient, and the metal would be strong enough to handle it. Yes, by how much? Yeah, so 17.4 steel has a density of around 7.8 grams per centimeter cubed, and Zamek 3 has a density of 6.6 grams per centimeter cubed. So that additional weight per centimeter cube might do well to actually cycle it. And this right now is just a theorized concept. We have not made, and we're not even sure we would make, a High Point race gun, essentially. It's a potential market, is kind of what people are looking at, because there's a lot of people who like High Points. High Points have proven they work. You know, is it cheap metal? Are they using Zamek zinc alloy? Yes, but it does work. You know, yeah, and there's that too. Could we make a slide that allows people to modify their High Point to build it up, kind of like people do with Glock? You know, and would we be one, if not the only manufacturer in the business to do it? Also possibly. But I mean, I could be the only manufacturer making Ruger P89 aftermarket slides. Is it going to sell? Probably not. So you got to weigh that risk. Because there is a cost to research and development. I have to stop a machine that could be making, 36 slides, and stop that machine from making those slides to then program this slide, make this slide, and then I have to finish the slide. I have to take employees who are off, could be sanding, could be cleaning, could be deburring, or painting, and say, hey, do this. And then we have to take that slide to the range, where we also have to then go buy our own High Point and buy ammunition and then go dump rounds through it and see what happens. So there's a cost to research and development. Not just in the money you spent, but also the time and the labor that you lost. Yeah, some people might want to mod them. Hire you for T&E. Man, if I could hire, we kind of need some more employees. The issue is, do we have enough contracts to pay and set employees and give them adequate hours? It's slow growth. Hey, White Rambo. So I'm starting to get some more people in. I'm really wondering about that algorithm. Should I have started at 7 instead of 6? I don't know. it's a real crapshoot for me. I never know when to start things, and some days are so much better than others. But I do appreciate you all popping in. It's awesome. Mr. Bullshitter. Welcome. Talking about slides. I'm getting some stuff shipped out to Florida, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Florida again. Somewhere else, Maine. I have shipped slides to every state in this country, as well as some of the territories. The only territory right now we absolutely will not ship to is American Samoa. And that's because they don't even allow 9mm in their territory. Sucks to be American Samoa. Let's see, what is allowed in America? I think we covered this the other day, but let's go over it again. What is allowed in American Samoa? You need a license. You can have shotguns in 12 gauge, 16, 20, and 410. And rifles only chambered in 22 caliber. Pistols are not permitted. Unless it was a licensed pistol before 1991 and is grandfathered in. Centerfire rifles and shotguns outside of those listed gauges are all banned. You must be 21 years old, even though they're long guns. And you must provide a clear justification for owning the firearm, which includes farming and hunting. Self-defense is not a clear justification. Shares in post? What you mean? Oh, and it must be registered. Your firearm has to be registered. Concealed carry is illegal, and open carry requires a license. It sucks to be American Samoa. And for our shipping restriction, we had to put that down eventually, but especially because we get a lot of foreign requests. But Stiffler Manufacturing only sells within the United States of America and the U.S. territories, and will refuse any attempt to purchase our products outside of the United States. Stiffler Manufacturing reserves the right to restrict shipping and sales to any region at any time for any reason. Stiffler Manufacturing will no longer ship to American Samoa, U.S. territory. Technically, we probably could ship there, but I mean, owning 9mm is illegal there anyway, so there's no point. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, steel is a huge cost, and with everything going on in the world, steel companies are trying to raise the price on us. They're talking about raising the prices over $30 a bar. And when you're ordering hundreds to thousands of bars, that's freaking expensive. Yeah, we're getting a few people in here and there, which is nice. And small isn't bad either. It allows me the ability to answer more questions. Coffee. Actually, this is what we test. This here is a raw slide. We don't sell these to individuals. These only get sold to businesses with an EIN. And part of that is mitigation of risk. It might seem silly, but when these are fresh off the line, I've done it. Other people in the shop have done it. When you go to rack, you can slice your thumb. The metal's that sharp off the machine. So maybe I sell this to somebody and they're stupid and they slice their thumb open and then sue me. So, yeah, it's not worth it. I've already got, scumbags who reach out from time to time. I don't need to add that to it. Which I'm sorry. I mean, I know some of you are freaking responsible and can probably do the work yourself just fine. It's just some people ruin it for the rest of us. Their very existence ruins it for the rest of us. I don't know if their mother didn't love them enough or their father didn't spank them. I don't know. But they're just a detriment to society, and they're the reason warning labels exist. Yeah. When we buy in bulk, I think one of the last steel shipments we did, we spent 14 grand, and it was hundreds of bars. That's the other issue is like investment. I'm gonna pronounce that wrong, but Hasi Mixseka. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, the risk of when we've done this before, where we made 100 slides into say Vipers. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Vipers, and then no one bought a Viper that entire month, so they just sat there. So that's why a lot of ours are made to order, where we turn these steel bars into the slide. No more light socket plugs. Just be like that 80s dad. Well, did you learn your lesson? Are you going to do that shit again? Your kid touches a hot stove and, well, did you learn something? Actually, that's part of the reason we get some of those is why we rewrote our entire warranty policy. Like, here is an entire line about the responsibility of the customer. It is the responsibility of any and all buyers of Stiffler Manufacturing slides, complete slides, parts kits, and any other products that are manufactured or sourced by Stiffler Manufacturing to be completely aware of federal and local, including state, county, city, etc., court rulings, regulations, and rules regarding our products and services, and assumes all responsibility and liability for their actions and transactions in relation to Stiffler Manufacturing. Which means if one of you degens orders something that's illegal in your state, or builds something that's illegal in your state, that's not our fault. Because right now, all of our slides are legal in all 50 states and some of the territories. Well, technically all of the territories. We just don't sell to American Samoa for mitigating risk. Like, if you're building guns and stuff, you're responsible for knowing what's legal and illegal in your state. Like, in Illinois, your guns need to be serialized. You can't build unserialized guns. It sucks to be people who live in Illinois. That is not a problem here in Arizona where we live. So you need to be aware of local stuff. Like, it's not the business's fault that you're an idiot. Hey, learn by failing. Yes, you learn by failing. Failure is an important lesson. It is an incredibly important lesson. Life is full of failure. And what was that thing from Star Trek ages ago? It is completely possible to do everything right and still fail. That's just being human. Like, stuff happens. And you just learn from it. Ooh. That was a good pop. Bad pop. I'm getting old. I pop like a glow stick, but I just don't glow no more. Yeah, you have to cover yourself, and you know we offer a fairly good, at least in my opinion, warranty. You know, we've got a 60-day complication troubleshooting policy, a 14-day inspection and return policy, a 7-day unopened product return policy, and then a whole process for the return shipping. We have return and replacement and compensation policies in place, and we have guidance on missing and delayed package policy. So if you're not, you know, a totally brain dead person, you can navigate this and go, okay, here's the processes. And then we also have a limited 1-year warranty for something like a catastrophic failure. Like, if something happens, you know, let us know. We'll walk you through it. Now, obviously, we don't call it. You know, if you did something purposefully, like if you took a hammer to your slide, that's your own fault. Don't be a dumbass. One guy actually did that too. He literally took a hammer and he bent this, and he even admitted to it. And he's just like, I thought it had to be damaged to return it. I was like, dude, you were well within your return window. Why the hell did you do that? Man, these are all air hard. These are all air hard, my dude. Actually, quick pause. Let's set this up. There you go. Here's one that's complete. Air hard, baby. Get stiff with the Stiffmeister. I mean, you can believe what you want to believe, man. Nothing airsoft out of 17.4 stainless steel, I'll tell you that. Actually, instead of coffee, water. Well, in this case, carbonated water. But yeah, for every coffee you drink, hey, below average Utah dad, focus, what's going on? You know, drink a cup of water or two in between. You can't move and groove unless you are hydrated. You can't react to contact, engage the enemy, and break their stuff if you are dehydrated. Stay hydrated. Your organs will love you. And quick pause and remove the slide. Boop. Boop. Oh man, just talking about, you know, having a good morning live. Talking with people, talking about the slides. We got some new things coming. I've got a new style coming. Can't talk about it just yet, but it's coming. Coffee has water in it. Well, you know, this bottle has a little bit of calcium in it too. Ooh, 70 milligrams. I got this fancy Frenchy water. Man, these are air hard, Dakota. Air hard, baby. Brazzy, frames that I own, Glock OEM, Polymer 80, Palmetto State Armory, SCT Manufacturing. And while we don't own them, I know our customers have tried them, Grit Grips and Geisler. They work on all of them. Yeah, we have SCT. Actually, that's where we get our parts kits from as well. Check this out, Dakota. Flip, flop. Yeah, baby, air hard. Nope, we don't do anything with rifles. Right now, we just do the Generation 3 Glock 19 and Glock 17 on slides, and once we finish making slides on our 17 line, we'll be starting on the 43. And swap out. Woohoo! I keep getting some lag on the PC feed. What's jet black? Is that just the color? Because we use graphite black with ours when we do the Cerakote. And yeah, we test them on PSA. The frame I was just showing was PSA. That was a PSA compact dagger. Here's what they look like fresh out of the machine. Well, ish. I've used this one a bit. Oh, jet black SCT frame. I think that's kind of what we have coming in. We've ordered several. I'm also planning on ordering some black PSA frames. Stuff that we can test at the range and do fitting testing at the shop. While OEM is the standard, we do like to test it on other products as well to ensure that we are fitting. We have tested the old Wolfx Pro Optic. Not bad. I do need to go out and do like some serious range testing on it though. Like I want to go torture that sumbitch. Hey, what's going on, Brazy? So we at Stiffler Manufacturing turn bars of 17.4 stainless steel into Glock-style slides. We are a veteran-owned and operated business in Arizona, and we have been in business since January of 2023. This year, we attended SHOT Show 2025 at a booth with MMC Armory. So we're still growing. We're still kind of new, but we're making some advances. Oh, and here is the gun lube from Ghost Dad Tactical. It smells good. It smells like green apples, but it's not edible. Don't let your kids and dogs near it. No, we're in Arizona, and the only gun show we've attended so far is SHOT Show 2025 in Las Vegas. We've been trying to do some local Arizona ones, but we just end up so busy at the shop. I'm trying to get one of us or one of our employees to go to one of the local shows here in Arizona, show up with some business cards and random crap. Oh, the Optic. So for the Wolf X Pro, I've put 200 rounds through it on that frame I showed earlier, and it worked just fine in indoor range conditions. But what I have not done yet is taken it out to the desert and drop tested it and thrown it at some stuff, and that's kind of what I want to do to it. The Wolf EDG, I have not opened it yet, so I need to open that. I might do an unboxing video for that one. You don't need an FFL to get slides unless something has changed in your state, but our slides are legal in all 50 states and the territories. We just don't ship to American Samoa, and that's because they have issues with 9mm and our slides are 9mm, so. So it's kind of like, why open the risk of them getting mad at us? It's like, screw it. Plus, we've never even sold anything to them anyway, because the only thing they're allowed to have is 22 and shotguns. It's like some sad communism over there. But we also ship to Puerto Rico and Guam. Ship to Puerto Rico sometimes kind of often. They love guns there. All 50 states. Actually, let me look at my list of states that we have shipped to in the last few weeks. Let's see here. Let's see. New Hampshire. That's going out today. Florida going out today. Indiana. California. Massachusetts. Florida. Puerto Rico. Montana. Arizona. That's funny. Texas. Virginia. Illinois. Illinois again. Ohio. Ohio. Indiana. California. Texas. New Hampshire. New York. Mississippi. New York again. Indiana. California. California again. Oh yeah, a lot of them. Oh yeah, go to stifflermanufacturing.com and you can check the pinned link too. That's all of our sites and social media. As well as a couple of businesses that also buy our slides, like Delta Team, and RB Tactical is a small eBay seller that has some of our slides too. But the rest, that's our website, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, Blue Sky, Truth Social. Has our Reddit link, even though we're banned on Reddit now because we sell gun parts. Reddit didn't want us there. Yeah, Reddit went through and banned a lot of 2A related businesses. Go figure, they didn't ban Glock though. They never ban the big companies. Probably because they're afraid of a lawsuit. StifflerManufacturing.com. Get stiff with Stiffler. And if you all don't know the Stiffler jokes, you're too young. But yeah, all of our slides, 17-4 stainless steel. They come with a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut and an aluminum RMR cover plate. So we don't use 416R steel, we don't use plastic cover plates, and we don't mill our slides from blanks. We mill them from bars of steel. Start to finish, it's all us, including the Cerakote work. Let's see. Actually, let's pull up our website. Why not? Do a quick little run through for you guys. There we go. It sucks that they don't have a good conversion from webcam to vertical. Because you get most of your viewers with vertical content. But I could just do a screen share with vertical that I cannot do. Or I could just do a screen share with webcam that I cannot do with vertical. So disappointing. Various slides that we offer in various colors. Oh, and our turbos, we do have those in 17. Oh, not listed. Those need to get relisted. What the heck? Here we go, 17s. Just starting on those. That's our newest product. Shop all. There we go. A little bright. But yeah, a lot of random stuff. We also have parts kits and whatnot, as well as barrels. The barrels are ELD Performance. We have them in standard, ported, and threaded. And we're also starting to get some in PVD copper. The rest are black nitride. Yeah, we have one that's called Jesse James Eastern Front Green. Or we just shortened it to Jesse James Green because, man, that is a long title. It's kind of like a forest green. There we go. Here's one of our completes. These come with an ELD Performance barrel, SCT Manufacturing parts kit, and Glock OEM sights. And if we don't have, a model that's in the color you want, just feel free to reach out to us at our sales email at sales@stifflermanufacturing.com. Just email us and we'll see what we can do. See if we can get one painted for you. Well, we might do a gun giveaway at our 1K subs, and we also might be doing like a kind of collaboration giveaway. We did one previously with NDG Training, Wick Actual, a bunch of other people. Let me see if I can find out. It was a lot of people. We gave away a slide. Other people gave away optics. We might do another one kind of like that. And we're also giving out a slide to a charity auction for a youth hunting club where children go and learn firearm safety and hunting out in Oklahoma. And previously we gave one, two actually, to a cancer charity auction as well. So sometimes we go and do stuff like that too. Man, it's been a minute. Where in the heck? Oh, here we go. NDG giveaway. Who all was involved in this? Okay. Oh, yep. Got Gamage, Outlaw Eyewear, Wick Actual, Gritter, Dad Squad Gear, Tag Precision, Trigger Dad, Parabellum Research Club. Yes, we had a decent group for that one. This one we might get RTT Guns and Gear, NDG Training. So, and then us, and then we'll see who else we can get. Wick Actual, so he might do one of his defensive tools. RTT might give out some ammo. We'll do a slide. NDG will do something. I'm not sure. Hey, half empty. Yeah, we ran 200 rounds through the Wolf X Pro. I have not opened the Wolf EDG. I might do an unboxing video for that one. At the range, the Wolf X Pro worked just fine. I just walked it up the target. Too easy. Kept my groups. Worked great. What I don't know yet is if I take it out into the desert, you know, do some drop testing and see how it performs there. So I really need to do that. Siley Optics gave us both of these to test out. So I really need to. The problem is it's been so damn hot. It was 110 degrees the other day. Frickin', what is it right now? So I'm inside, so what is it right now? It is not even 8 a.m., and because we got rain last night, it is 85 degrees with 41% humidity. But the day before, it was 105. And it looks like we might get some more rain today, but the rain will be at 99 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So we're just waiting for the weather, you know, probably early August, maybe mid-August, when the weather just kind of kills in the morning or dies down in the morning, so we can go out to the desert and shoot a bit and maybe do some recordings, do some videos for you guys. We'll post it to our YouTube and Instagram and whatnot, but right now it's too much of a pain to go out to the desert. The one day it was 91 degrees and it wasn't even 6 a.m. yet. So Arizona, you know, we have a lot of great gun laws, which means like almost none, and that's awesome. But the sun does try to murder you. So drink water. And despite the heat outside, I keep my house at a nice 79. Which is just wonderful on the electric bill. There we are. Oh, it's getting to be about that time. I got to run off to the post office. So if any of you guys have final questions, feel free to ask. Happy to go over them as I finish my coffee. But we'll have to go to the post office before too long and get off to work and enjoy the day. See if we get that 99-degree rain. Oh boy. I kid you not, we get hot rain sometimes. Gonzo, what's going on? They are Gen 3 slides, but you can fit Gen 3 on Gen 5 by swapping the backplate and the slide release. You can check out some videos on how to do it. RTT Guns and Gears has a good one on swapping it to the 19X. We do plan to make Gen 5 though, but yeah, it's not really hard to swap them. Just a few parts and boom, there it is. Glock, it's all Legos. Hey Gonzo, you hit your 50 yet? Awesome, much appreciated, DJ. Check us out on StifflerManufacturing.com. And all of our social media stuff is pinned. Hey, we're at 525 subs. That is freaking cool. Correction, 529 subs. Hey, if you're in this chat, go give Gonzo a like and sub. Guy's trying to get 50 so he can do live. Does some gun content too. Goes to the range. Yeah. You can't do live streams unless you have 50 subscribers. So show some love to the 2A content creators coming up. What, me or you? Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe, but I mean, then there's always the Bostonian accent. Let's see here. Might do another giveaway with it's a large group of people. We'll probably try and get some people in on it. RTT Guns and Gear, NDG Training, Wick Actual, us. And then once we hit our 1K, we're probably going to do a slide giveaway. Got to figure out the logistics for that. Sweet, sweet coffee. I think, what did they say? Bostonian is close to like the original English. and that British English is so jacked up because the royals started talking all kinds of crazy ways. And then the commoners would adopt it, and then they changed the way they spoke again because the commoners adopted it. That's a good question, Bill. So when we first started, we kind of just scrolled through a lot of other designs because we wanted to make a design that someone hadn't really done. The problem with that is there's so many companies, or there used to be so many companies, that creating a design no one else has done is really freaking hard. So we decided, instead of doing, the rounded edge, we went for a chamfered one. Now, some of the window cuts are gonna, unfortunately, be the same as some other businesses here and there. Like this style here is seen on several other, businesses, but the chamfering that we do is not. That's not as common. Kind of seen with this one here. Flat front, chamfered edges, and down the length. Actually, I do have an R19 Rem Sport here, where it kind of shows that, where, see how it's rounded? And then we decided that all of our slides would have an optics cut. So we weren't going to make slides that just didn't have optics. We might do this in the future, because there are several businesses and people asking for it, but for now, all of our slides have an optics cut, so you don't have to go and get them milled out. And then, of course, since we're doing 17 for stainless steel, we can do crazy stuff like this with larger windows. We can have design cuts in the breech face. And it's not going to screw with the structural integrity. And while the Leonidas, this one here, while the Leonidas is on hiatus, we can do crazy aggressive cuts like this because we're using 17.4. And kind of like our flash here, where look how many windows we got in there. So there's just, 17.4 gives us options. What you could do, because we're about to do this, I just got to call my FFL, is we're going to pick up these PSA frames for stupid cheap, and we're going to run these for testing and, basic range videos and things like that. I mean, we're probably going to have to polish the rails. We've noticed that sometimes that you just need to buff the rails a little bit. An explanation. Oh, man, that'd be kind of interesting. Can we do a circle? Pretty sure we could do a circle. I haven't done one on any of our slides, come to think of it. We've done some oblong type stuff. We've obviously rounded squares and rectangles, the rounded triangle. Should be able to do a circle. Yeah, just drill it in and... yeah. Routed edge. Giving me ideas. Oh, let me step away just for a second here. Got to go grab something. But feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Feel free to ask questions. I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, I'm back. Let's see, who asked what? AJ, what's going on? Welcome. Or just a square. Oh, for our slides, if you're going to get the 19, you're going to want a PSA compact. If you want to do a 17, you're going to want the PSA full size. And for when we start making 43s, you're going to want the PSA micro. After the 43, I don't know what we're going to make. We have completely canceled making the SIG P320. There were plans for that, and just with everything going on, we've canceled it. Maybe we can revisit it in the future, but it's just not worth it right now. Yep, 19 compact, 17 full size, 43 micro. Maybe we'll do the P365, because that one's still known to be fine, but... Go. Groom the beard. Yeah, around the 320, and it's just because there's been multiple incidents of accidental discharges. Which you can't really call negligent, because apparently some of the discharges have been happening while the build is in the holster. I don't know all the details of it. I'm looking into it slowly. But I do know Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, they released a memo stating that their agents are no longer going to use the P320, and they are switching to the Glock 19. And California may also be suspending use of the P320. Piccolo Rick, we are in Arizona. No plans for HK stuff yet, but I mean, if the market kind of dictates it, so like if our distributor starts asking, or a lot of customers start asking, that influences where we move. Because ultimately, you know, I could go make whatever slide I want, but if nobody buys it, then, you know. Like, we used to have a guy asking us all the time, are you going to make a SIG P320? Are you going to make a Glock 34? And, hey, stay dangerous. He harassed us so much, I had to ask the guy, I'm like, hey, how many are you going to order? Like 1, 2? Because if you order 100, I will go and make them. Oh, right on, Piccolo Rick, thanks. Go check out our website, stifflermanufacturing.com. You'll see the prices are a little bit cheaper. Because eBay has some serious eBay fees that made us have to increase the price a smidge. Heck, go ahead and use code FJB, get 5% off on our strip slides. And then occasionally we do sales, like we just did our 4th of July sale. where it was 15% off on red, white, and blue slides. We might do another holiday sale in October. That's a little ways away, but it'll probably be like some orange slides and white slides and maybe some black slides. I'm not sure. Do some Halloween style colors. Or maybe green for like top of a pumpkin. Got to see what we're ordering. Yeah, so if you want a new slide design, I mean, how many are you going to order? Because I've got to pay for research and development. I've got to pay for range testing. And if you're not ordering enough to, if we don't think we can sell enough, a business that wants them has to order enough to make it worth it. It's actually kind of like the Cerakote colors. Like, there's certain colors we've discontinued over time just because some people like them, but not everybody likes them. So, like, if you check out the link that we've pinned, that will take you to our link bio, and you can go check out RB Tactical Market on eBay, and he sells all kinds of stuff, collectibles, trading cards, Funko Pops, but he also sells gun stuff too, and military uniforms, patches and whatnot. But yeah, he has some of our slides, and for example, one of the things he has is one of our discontinued colors, sky blue. Some people bought it, but people didn't like it as much as the NRA blue that we did. So he's selling some of our discontinued colors, or hiatus models, or some of our blems. And so you can get some of that a little cheaper. But that's kind of thing, like if we invest in a color, do we think it's going to sell? We thought sky blue was going to sell, it just didn't sell as much as we'd like, so we switched to a different blue. We used to have blue raspberry too, and same thing, that one just did not sell very well. Bazooka pink, we had that, and Sig pink sells better. So sometimes it's just a color discontinuation. He sells them at a decent price too. He's at like 119, 125, 130. Yeah. It's a small seller we're dealing with. He buys them at wholesale, so because he's buying like 10, 20, 30 slides at a time. We kind of discussed that a little bit, and it's not a bad idea. If we get like, hey, or 100 pre-orders, and then we'll start releasing it. What I don't want to happen is, because there's always a risk, right? Sure, we get the money, but then something happens, like what happened with Polymer 80 or some other businesses, and then we couldn't refund people. So I don't want that to happen to people. Because there's always a chance. There's always a chance something horrible goes wrong, and then all of a sudden we can't deliver. So that's why we've been operating on slow, steady growth. We haven't made as many designs as some other companies, but we've also seen some of our competitors and peers run themselves into the ground chasing models. So, slow, steady growth. I mean, people sit there and go, hey, why haven't you done this yet? And it's like, well, because we're trying to stay in the game. We're trying to turn this into a generational business. And sometimes that means a little bit slow, a little bit steady. You do have to take some risks here and there, but we're trying to do this for the long run. Because I've seen some that come in like a flash of fire and then they peter out. And we're just trying to do a long burn. If any of that makes sense. Hey, 530 subs. Thank you. Getting us closer to that 1K giveaway. I'm not sure what we'll give away. Maybe we'll do a Viper. Maybe we'll do something in burnt bronze. I don't know. Oof, that hurts. Ugh. Getting closer and closer. Yeah, if you guys got questions, feel free to ask. I feel like a crazy vet sometimes just talking to myself. Reaper, what's going on? Doing all this morning prep. I always delay going off to the post office because I've done it so many times where I get there, I drop off the packages, and then somebody buys something. What do you mean, Bill? Is it worth looking into doing all slides for a company like Glock or all the... What do you mean? Got my hat. There we are. Let's see. Is it worth non-discontinued lines, just your custom? Oh, I see. Yeah, we would like to do more Glock models. And then with Glock doing their discontinuation list, we might find ways to support people where those slides are discontinued. The question of it is, how do we get that done? Because right now all of our machines are dedicated towards production, for the 19 and the 17, and it'll be, set up for the 43. But how do we do smaller production? So we might have to go buy another machine that's dedicated to smaller production and custom work. Which, of course, is a hefty investment in and of itself. Like, one of the machines we have is like $300K. So, money's got to come from somewhere. Riff, what's going on? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. Like, I know we want to do one in 45, we want to do one in 30. So we'll have to... Sorry, not 30. 10 millimeter, what I mean. So we got to determine which options are most popular. We know the slides, or the models for 357 SIG and 45 gap are all being discontinued. And that's kind of where that small machine comes in. Do we start making the ones that are discontinued to support people? But if we do, you know, is it going to be a large enough? Is there going to be a large enough customer base to support it? You know, are enough people going to buy it? Because we got to eventually pay the machine off. So that's where a lot of those decisions come into play is, are we going to be able to pay the machine off and make enough money to pay our employees and pay for all of our overhead and things like that? Eventually we want to move into a bigger building too. Like, we've already expanded this shop 3 or 4 times now. Knock down a wall and extend it. There we are. Oh, got some new notifications. What's going on here? Okay, yep, tracking. Garbage. Oh, no worries, Bill. It's like the only reason that's held us back from doing custom work, like doing RMR cuts for people or doing porting for people, is because we'd have to shut down the production line, which would halt 36 slides or so. And it wouldn't be cost effective for us or the customer. Yeah, we kind of want to do a 21 someday. All right, get in there. Phone's getting low. And Gen 5s. I mean, thankfully it's so easy to switch, you know, swap Gen 3s to Gen 5. So it's not that big a deal. Oh, it auto pulled out. Okay. Well, still, that's probably what I'm going to get later. Oh, we do. I'm just not at the shop. The machines run just about 24/7. But if you check out our YouTube page and you check out our Instagram, you can see the machines running. We have some videos on it. And as long as we're not in the middle of a change, then I can show some more when I get to the shop later today. It's kind of fun to watch. Just milling out steel, chips flying, coolant streaming. I think I posted a vid of that recently. Yeah, right now I'm just at the house waiting to go to the post office, and I gotta go do some side work, and then I'll head off to the shop later. Let's see. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Oh yeah, here's a nice little shorter one running. Link that in there. Yeah, the money to get started is rough. Maybe the cheapest option is to get a tabletop CNC, but you might, if you're once you get everything, once you get all your CAD down, once you get all your drawing, your programming, um, then you got to get your steel and your end mills and your coolant and everything. You're going to need to do some trial runs to fix any mistakes, because you might think your program is good until you actually put it into practice. Yeah, you can get some small ones for like 10K. The only issue you'll have is large production. So if somebody likes what you made, then you're gonna have to tell them, hey, sorry, I can only make 10 to 20 slides a week. But that at least gets you started. You start making some money, then you get a larger machine later, and then then your small machine turns into like a custom machine where you start doing things like RMR cuts and portings or custom windows, things like that. If any of you are in Arizona, though, and because we don't have a shop, like we don't have a storefront, we do have our machine shop, of course, but we are primarily an online retailer. If you're in Arizona and you want to shop locally, you can go to Tucson, Mesa, and Lakeside, where the hub has our slides. And if they run out, they can always order more. Just feel free to ask them. And then there's also Serious Arms in Prescott, Arizona, that has some of our slides. Same thing. Serious Arms did some cool custom builds. That's kind of what we're looking for. Get some small FFLs that have the 07 that can do their own builds and, do their own custom builds and then turn around and sell them. Or just sell them as strip slides and complete slides, whatever. But get some good prices for some small businesses. Help them keep going. Keeps all of our eggs out of one basket. Yeah, exactly. If it can't pay for itself, and that's kind of the issue we have, is there's all this stuff we want to do, but we've got to ensure that we can pay for it or it's going to run us into the ground. And we've seen some of our competitors and peers, they've done exactly that. They were chasing this model and that model, and they didn't make enough money on it, and it hurt them. And, there's always going to be people who say, oh, yeah, I'll buy it, and then when you release it, they never actually do. So you make something hoping people will buy it, and then they don't, and it's a lot of risk, and it's a lot of research, and you're just hoping for the reward in the end. I still get people who ask us for P89s every now and then, and I know I'm not going to make money on it, so I won't do it. Yeah, we had a guy harassing us about making certain SIG slides, and I finally had to ask the guy, I'm like, look, man, how many are you going to order? Like 1 slide, 2 slides, 100 slides? Because if it's not 100, I can't really invest into it. And keep in mind, at 100 slides, you're going to get dealer rates. So we'd be selling the slide at a lesser price. It's not being sold at retail rate. So even then, we still wouldn't get, as much out of it. Because dealer rates, the whole reason we give those is a dealer will continue to order from you. We have a dealer rate right now with a distributor. But they're ordering hundreds upon hundreds of slides. So it makes it worth it. So we can make some money, they can make some money, and they keep ordering. If you're only going to order a few, it doesn't make it worth it. Hey, J Sharp, welcome back. I'm heading out in a couple minutes. Just got my boots on and everything. Had to brush them down. But if you guys got final questions, Magazine Magic, what's going on, brother? He's got one of our slides, 2 of our slides actually. Nathan too. Hey Nathan, what's going on? Yeah, they are. Glock 19 specifically. Oh yeah, Delta Team Tactical. Yeah, they're one of our distributors. MMC Armory too. We were at SHOT Show with them this year. Planning on going to SHOT Show again, probably with MMC Armory as well. Oh, thanks y'all for popping in. Man, maybe I should have started. I would have already been gone from work. You never know when the algorithm's going to be in your favor. I like both. If I'm going to plan on potentially conceal carrying it, I like the 19. But the 17, if I'm out in the wild, if I'm going out in the desert hunting or something, I like the 17 with me. Of course, I'll have my AR or whatever rifle I'm using, but I like to have a pistol with me too. I just remember that one time we went hunting a while back, and we were out there hunting for jackrabbit, so we brought 22s. But we still had our pistols with us, and we still had at least one AR slung with us. Because we were hunting a little bit closer to the Mexican border, and sometimes you see stuff out there while you're just hiking or hunting. Heck yeah, appreciate it. Like and sub, get us closer to that 600. Once we hit 1,000, we're probably going to do a giveaway. I got to start looking into how we're going to do that giveaway. Keep it fair for everybody. It'll be a free giveaway. There's going to be no raffle. I'm not taking money from people. It'll be a free giveaway. There we go. Oh yeah, they cycle pretty well. I really got to take that Wolf X Pro back there out to the desert and do some stuff like that to it. Water, sand, rocks. Maybe tap it with a mallet, toss it on the ground. We use 17-4 stainless steel. So big old bars like these. There we go. You just stay there. Yeah, StifflerManufacturing.com. And you can also check the pinned link. That sends you to all of our social media as well as a few of our affiliates. Hmm? 17-4 stainless steel. And they're all coated in Cerakote. The RMR covers are aluminum. $533 subs. Awesome. And we're up to 17 likes. That's sweet. Definitely appreciate it. But that's where I'm going to have to call it, ladies and gentlemen. I have got to head off to the post office. I have got to go to work. So we are Stiffler Manufacturing. We are a veteran-owned and operated machine shop that makes slides out of 17-4 stainless steel that fit the Generation 3 Glock 19 and Glock 17 with a Glock 43 on the way. We operate out of Arizona. And we're just working on a whole bunch of colors and a whole bunch of new designs. We get our stencils from Tactical Penguin. So give us a look. Go to stifflermanufacturing.com. Like, subscribe, share. Check out our other social media like Facebook and Instagram. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, everybody, stay 2A every day.